Hi everyone, here's another quick video, and this one is going to be on how to subtract decimal numbers. You may have already watched the video on how to add decimal numbers. Well, this is pretty much the same thing. We're going to subtract. We're not going to talk about the rules for subtracting because that's a different video in itself. But here, what we want to focus on is how do you set this up so that you can subtract and do it the old-fashioned way without a calculator, okay? So you start by writing down the first number, which is 17.38. And then if you remember the last video, we have to line up the decimals along a vertical line. So straight down from here, we're going to have the decimals, okay? So 5.46 or 5.46 would go right here, okay? See how we lined up these two decimals here? And then you just subtract like you would with other math problems that you may have done in the past. So 8 minus 6, you get 2. 3 minus 4, oh no, we can't do that. We have to borrow from this guy right here. We have to borrow from the 7. Okay, so that makes that become a 6. We're going to borrow from here. So that means we're going to take a 10 from here and move it over here. I don't know, I'll just write it up here. It's like we have a 13. So 13 minus 4 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 9. Yes, I was using my fingers there. You couldn't see that. 6 minus 5 is 1. And then 1 minus nothing here, 1 minus 0 is just 1. So the answer is 11.92. And unlike the last video, I'm going to remember what it says right here. It says round to the nearest tenth. If you don't know what a tenth is, then I suggest you watch the video on how to round numbers. It's called place value and rounding. It's really helpful. But anyway, I'm going to quickly round this. Rounding to the nearest tenth is this spot right here. So 11.9. The 9 stays the same. It does not change. Okay? If this had been a 5 or bigger, the 9 would have become a 10. It would have been a domino effect. Anyway, I won't get into that. This video is supposed to be about subtracting decimal numbers. Okay, let's try this question here. 74.78. And we're putting the decimals lined up nicely. 38.8. 38.8. Okay, we're subtracting as we were before. I didn't put the subtraction sign, but there it is. You can put a 0 right here just to line things up, make it look a little nicer. 8 minus 0 is 8. 7 minus 8, oh no, we have to borrow because the 7 is smaller than the 8. We have to borrow from this 4. So we're going to borrow from the 4, making it become a 3. Let's see here. And this is going to become then a 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. Not using my fingers this time, I'm doing it quicker. 3 minus 8, oh no, we have to borrow from this 7 right here. We'll make that into a 6. This becomes a 13. 13 minus 8 is, that's right, 5. 6 minus 3 is 3. There is our answer, except it says to round to the nearest tenth. So the 10th spot is right there. That 9 will become a 10 because there's an 8 beside it. And there's no room for a 10 to be here in the 10th spot, so that is going to be like a domino effect. It's going to actually bump up this 5 and make this 5 become a 6. So we're rounding to the nearest 10th, and this number happened to be a 9, which means it gets even bigger, making it bubbles over, it spills over, it makes this become a 6. So if we're rounding to the nearest tenth, it's going to look like this. Now there are lots of examples like this with my rounding and place value video that I recommend you watch if that part was confusing. But to make it short and sweet, we have just learned to subtract decimal numbers without a calculator, and that's it. That's all we really wanted to do for now. Thanks.